My name is Samantha Sharp, and our disease presentation is on gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is a contagious disease transmitted most often through sexual contact with an infected person. The bacteria that causes gonorrhea is called Neisseria gonorrhoeae. It is named after a German physician named Albert Ludwig Sigismund Neisser, who discovered the pathogen of gonorrhea in 1879. The Gram stain result for gonorrhea is negative, which means this bacteria has an outer membrane, a thin peptidoglycan layer, and a cell membrane. Gram staining is a technique to make bacteria more visible by adding crystal violet to the cells in a smear. All cells, whether positive or negative, will stain purple. The Gram's iodine is added. This is a stabilizer that causes the dye to form large complexes in the form of peptidoglycan of the cell. The dye will not be firmly trapped in Gram-negative bacteria because they do not have a thick wall of peptidoglycan. Alcohol is added to dissolve lipids in the outer membrane, only found in Gram-negative cells, and removes the dye from the peptidoglycan layer. This leaves the Gram-negative cells colorless. In order to demonstrate their presence, a counterstain safranin is added, making the Gram-negative cell resemble the color red. At this point, scientists know it is a Gram-negative cell. This next video shows microscopically how Gram staining works.
Generally, the Gram stain correlates with the cell wall structure among the bacteria. The ethanol is thought to shrink the thick peptidoglycan in Gram-positive cells, thus retaining the dye. The thick, dehydrated peptidoglycan layer of Gram-positive bacteria appears to be a permeability barrier, preventing the loss of the crystal violet iodine complex. In contrast, the peptidoglycan in Gram-negative bacteria is very thin and has large pores. Ethanol may extract lipids and increase the porosity, thus removing the crystal violet iodine complex.
So when gonorrhea cells go through Gram staining, they will end up looking red. The morphology of this bacteria is diplococci. A coccus cell is spherical or ball-shaped, but can also be oval or bean-shaped. Diplo means two, or a pair, so diplococci means it is a pair of spherical-shaped cells, as shown on the picture on the right. Gonorrhea is non-motile, meaning it does not have self-propulsion. This picture shows a test that microbiologists use by putting a tiny mass of cells into a semi-solid medium into a test tube. If the cells grow rapidly through the entire medium, like the picture on the right, this indicates mobility in the bacteria. A non-motile bacteria, like gonorrhea, would move in one place but not make any progress, like the picture on the left. Gonorrhea is non-spore forming, and it has fimbriae or pili that operates mechanistically like a grappling hook. The signs of any bacteria are anything that can be objectively observed by someone other than the patient. The symptoms are something that is consciously affecting the patient, but can't be observed by another person. The signs of gonorrhea in females are the swelling of the vulva, increased vaginal discharge, and vaginal bleeding between periods. The symptoms of gonorrhea in females are pain in the pelvis, painful and or burning sensation while urinating, painful intercourse, and tenderness of the vulva. 4 out of 5 women have no symptoms. The signs of gonorrhea in males are white, yellow, or green discharge from the penis and sometimes swollen testicles. The symptoms in males are burning while urinating and sometimes painful testicles. 1 out of 10 males have no symptoms. Rectal infections in both males and females. The signs and symptoms are the same. They are anal itching and soreness, painful bowel movements, and anal bleeding or discharge. Rectal infections may cause no symptoms. Throat infections usually have no symptoms, but may cause a sore throat.